Okay, last one. I promise. Longest lesson ever. Okay. So describe how the graph of the function can be obtained from the parent functions. This is a different way of saying what are the transformations being applied to this graph. So if I look at this one, we've got a transformation there, transformation there. I should maybe do them in the colors I've been doing them all the time in, which some of you may have noticed. Outside the function, outside the function. Our parent function in this case is y equals x squared, the parabola. So our first transformation is a vertical reflection through x-axis or about x-axis. And our second transformation is a vertical translation 4 units up. Have to tell me the direction. Good. Okay, parent function over here is a quadratic parent function. Y equals x squared. There are 1, 2, 3 things happening vertically and 1 thing happening horizontally with this graph. So first one, 1, 1. Vertical reflection about x-axis or over or through, whatever. 2, vertical, it's a 3. We're multiplying by 3. We're outside. We're doing normal stuff. So it's a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Okay, then the next transformation is inside the function. And we've got a horizontal translation 1 unit to the, if it's -1, we're going to the right. And our final transformation is vertical translation down. Whoa, Megan. Up. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Up 5. Nice. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, I like the next one. I won't get ahead of myself. Okay, vertical, vertical, horizontal. Let's do it. Parent function is y equals the square root of x. Okay, remember that looks like that. Okay, do my transformations. Outside of the function, do normally what you would expect. Vertical, stretch by a factor of 2. Multiply all the y values by 2. Boom, inside the function. This is a horizontal translation. What way? 3 units to the +3. We're going to go to the left. We're doing the opposite. So you would subtract 3 from all your x values because it's horizontal. Then our third transformation. Outside of the function, we're applied to our y values. We are doing normally what we would see. It's -7. We're vertically. Translation down 7 units down or down 7 units. I don't care how the order. I just need all that information in there. Okay, last one, I think. No, we saved an even more special one for the last one. I'm so excited. Okay, watch this move. Parent function, square root. Y equals the square root of x. There's some funny business happening with this one, though. See how there is something multiplying the x? We have to make it say, I'll do it in a different color. I'll do it in blue. We have to make it say the square root of like something and then the x in a bracket. We have to, I didn't mean to put that little dot there. It kind of ruins the suspense. We have to factor out. Okay, so if we were to factor out this negative, it would be negative x, but then this becomes a plus 4. So again, our horizontal reflection in this case is going to give you correct marks, but you would have gotten dinged on your horizontal translation if you didn't factor out this negative. Okay? And I love doing questions like this where I ask you to state the transformations and I give you multiple choice and there's a hidden number that you had to factor out and the horizontal translation is going to be what's different. So don't get caught. Okay, both of the transformations for this one happen inside the relationship, but I'm going to go from this this way of writing it because then I can read what my two transformations are. So horizontal reflection about y-axis, we would multiply our x values by -1. And then our second transformation is a horizontal translation, 4 units. If it's +4, we're doing opposite left. Nice. Okay. Doesn't that look like all kinds of special with the last one? I know. Make the kids crazy. Watch this move. I'm going to write it a different way. Oh, miss, there's negatives and positives and stuff happening in the backwards and oh, don't worry about it. We're going to say F, and I'm going to backwards what's in this bracket because I have the mathematical abilities to do that as long as I know that that negative is going with the 2x and then the 4 is a +4. Why did I do that? Because I don't like looking at it when it's backwards. That throws me off. And then the +3 outside doesn't change. Now, this should trigger something. We're going to have to factor not only a negative, but also a number. All of this has to be factored out of our brackets. So, let me rephrase that. It has to be factored within the brackets to create a new bracket, not factoring out of the brackets. So the negative is still out in front. The function is here, and then we're going to factor this -2 out, and it creates an x, and it also changes the sign here, a -2. There's our secondary bracket saying the function's done, and there's a +3. We have 1, 2 things happening vertically, and we have 1, 2, 3 things happening horizontally. Let's go. 1, vertical reflection about x-axis. Multiply your y values by -1. Next, going inside. 2, horizontal reflection about the y-axis. Multiply your x values by -1. Then we're still inside. We're at this 2. This is a horizontal. If it is a full number, we do the opposite. It's a compression. Horizontal compression by a factor of 2. Now here we would be multiplying x values by 1/2 because we're doing the opposite. Okay? Be like by dividing by 2. The word compression means divide. Okay, next thing inside. That is a horizontal translation 2 units to the right. And the last thing would be a vertical translation 3 units up or up 5 units. Nice.